So I've been asking myself some questions. I don't know whether I will ever get an answer. But I'm asking myself, what is the meaning of affirmative action? Of course, I know the meaning, but I'm just asking myself. When we get into politics, or you get into a political space because of affirmative action, what are you supposed to do? What is your role? Like, you were not elected, but you were nominated because there was a gap, and you were nominated as a woman into a certain space. I am not calling it a favor because we deserve it as women, because nomination is one of the ways where we are able to meet the threshold. And in this way, we find most women are not into elected posts, even as we continue to push for us to have more women in leadership in terms of elections, like they are elected. So before we get there, we have to start somewhere. And this is why we have the affirmative action. So when we have affirmative action and we get leaders whose moral fabric is torn beyond repair, I sit down and I ask myself, do these people who go to misbehave, yet they were taken, or rather they found themselves into the spaces they are in because of their affirmative action, because of the women trailblazers that, like Mama Phoebe Asio, the late Dr. Jane Kiano, women who even went to Beijing 30 years ago, like the likes of Mama Aida Odinga, the likes of Nyiva Mwendwa, the likes of, name them all. And then, because of these women and the passion and the strength, the resources they used to see the woman of today into the spaces they are in. Thinking about the women in leadership that have sacrificed their all. I have one of my mentors, Professor Wanjiku Kabera, Nairobi University, the founder of the African Women Studies Center, a center that I'm a beneficiary of. I'm an alumni of Nairobi University African Women Studies Center. The likes of Professor Margaret Kopia, one of my greatest mentors that I really admire. She's one of the women who made me to go back to school, because I said if she is a professor, I would also want to become Professor Diana Kamande one day. So these are women who have fought to be, for other women to be in the spaces that we have today. Yet we can see one of our own, I said I would call it out the way it is. We see one of our own showing us a middle finger and saying that the only person that they take instructions from is the president. I am here to remind you that the person you're taking instruction from is the president of Kenya and our president, a symbol of national unity. I am calling you out with the bad manners we have seen, and just here to remind you that it is important for you to know he is not your personal president. He is our president entirely as a nation. He is the symbol of national unity. And let me tell you, I don't think that His Excellency the President is happy about what is being done. I don't think he's happy when the Kenyans are being shown the middle finger. It's a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. And that's why I am here in my own capacity. By the way, I'm not sent by anyone. The way people say, oh, alitumwa na fulani, mimi sijatumwa na fulani. I speak my mind. I am one independent human being. I am one independent character. Me, I don't speak on behalf of anyone. I don't. I only speak on behalf of widows, and it's when it is about justice. Right? Otherwise, as Diana Kamande, whatever happened, And just because of this leadership space, because of the nomination, the one thing that I have come to know, and this is something that I always pray to God about every day. I tell God, my dear Lord, do not give me so much money that I forget about you, that I forget about my character, that I crucify my character on the cross because of money. But every day as you continue blessing me as my God, give me wisdom. If there is a thing I pray about every day, I pray for wisdom and I pray for God to clothe me with favor and grace. Sometimes you see these hashtags on my posts and you think I'm just talking about them. It's my prayer. It's my prayer to God. There are people who deserve some of these positions, yet they are not there. So what are you supposed to do? If you are sent into power, into the space of power, please humble yourself. Serve. You are a servant. You're supposed to serve. If you get to climb a ladder, please get to know you are climbing because there are people who are below you. You are supposed to serve them with passion. Be a woman of dignity. Yes, I know there is this saying of bad girls, but okay, it's okay, there is that book. But let me tell you, you also have to be a woman of dignity. I know and I have seen, when you look at the two different, I would call it two different horses in the August House, that is the ODM and the Kenya Kwanza. Let me tell you, there are women who live a dignified life in the ODM. That one is something that I will tell you. It is the truth of the matter. Women they are respecting their space. It is because they know how they got into that space and they know whom they are representing. You don't have to come and tell us you don't take instructions from anyone else apart from the president. By the way, you are one vote. Your single vote could not have voted in the president. The president is ours. He belongs to us. I'm speaking my mind. Nobody has sent me. I am here to defend the many Kenyans that are not talking. The many Kenyans who have been offended by the moral decadence of our leaders. And I am calling it out as it is. You are supposed to respect Kenyans. Respect us. Don't show us what you're doing when you go to Facebook Live. Don't show us the middle finger. That is an insult to our face. That is an insult inside our eyes. Actually, inside the eyeball. We are here to do what we are supposed to do and to serve people. I serve people at Come Together Widows and Orphans Organization, and let me tell you, my widows, my orphans, and my widowers, and any vulnerable person who reaches out to me, they are my bosses. I can't show them a middle finger. They come to me in tears. They will come even in tatters, but I have to receive them the way they have come because they have been sent to me. They have been entrusted in my hands. It depends with how I take care of them. It is not about who ni nani kichwa ngumu ama ni nini. Let me tell you, you can still be a good woman in leadership, a good man in leadership, even without drama. You don't have to create dramas for you to be a good person in leadership, for you to be known. No, you can still be known without dramas. You don't have to be a drama queen for you to be on this space and everywhere. This internet never forgets. Our children are growing up. Their children will still grow up. What kind of a grandmother? What kind of a grandfather? What kind of a great-grandfather? What kind of a great-grandmother are you leaving behind? It is important for you to get to know that we are in this world. All of us, we have to know how to live with each other, but please do not show us a middle finger, right?